So today we have caffeine and chores. More specifically, blue collar coffee and a lawn to mow. So there's a few things we're going to do first. We're just going to do a general check of fluids, fill her up with gas, top the battery off to make sure she has a strong crank. But first, let's get a leaf blower and just blow all the crap off from the previous season. Now, is a dual battery blower with two 12s overkill for this? Yes. Are we still going to use it? Also yes. Again, remember, she's a budget Facebook Marketplace special, so she's a worker. She doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Next, we're going to get the battery charging just for, kind of a surface charge to boost the ability for it to crank strongly. So we'll get the charger on, check fluids, make sure she's ready to go for this first cut. Check filter out. Looks like we could use a replacement there. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but let's get some of these clippings out. Okay. Good enough for right now. Okay. So it might be kind of hard to see here, but we're just kind of boosting with a little bit of amperage and a higher amount of voltage just to top the battery off. Again, just so we have a good strong crank. Let's check oil and let's get some gas, some fresh gas added here. She had stabilizer from last year, so I'm not too worried about gunk. Yeah, she still smells pretty good. A little bit of varnishy, but not a ton. Okay. Might be kind of hard to see on camera, but she's right in the middle. Good deal for us. She's a little dark. Not too dark, but we'll have to change her. Next thing on the list. Not a big deal. Alright, some fresh gas. This is just 87 octane from the gas station. Using the crappy modern tanks. I don't know if you guys experience these, but it's this and then push in. And it's a pain in the ass. These tanks don't vent or don't vent well. So as the fuel vapors expand and contract, this will start to swell and basically build pressure. Older cans, I'm sure you guys hear it a lot. I'm sure a lot of you agree. Older cans are way better. But that's emissions for you. So let's keep this open while we crank it. So again, battery's on a kind of a constant power source. Let's go ahead and make sure everything's good. Make sure our blades are off. Deck is up. Okay, weak start. Come on. This battery by itself set at a cool 12, but she's obviously not got enough amperage. Let's give her one more shot here with just the charger. Nothing. Okay, now let's jump it. See how much power we got inside this Morphe unit. I don't think this has even a... It's got a little bit of a readout. 2 bars. It's not a ton, but it might be enough just for this small application. So we'll see. If you don't have one of these already, highly recommend it. They are cheap nowadays, so really no reason not to. Okay. Okay, she wants it. She's a little low, but let's see if we can boost her again. Checking to make sure these cables aren't too hot. We got a couple of these laying around, so we'll just go grab one from another vehicle. Alright, we'll see if this Amazon special will do it for us instead. A little over half charge. Okay, we got our click. This unit seems to have a little bit of trouble starting on the first key cycle, so give her a second one here. Okay. Keep trying. So we've already gone through with the rider. Now we're going to trim up. I'm going to need to break out the push mower for a certain section. I'll tell you guys about. Trim, and then clean up. So right now in my backyard, the reason I have to break this out in addition to the rider is I have a neighbor behind me that has a temporary line for their fiber feeding their house, and I have marked it in my yard and conservatively stayed quite far away from it just to make sure that I don't accidentally nick it with the deck. So now we're going to go and kind of, do a little bit more sculpting, cut a little bit closer with this guy, and then trim up the remainder. All right, that'll about do it for this one. Let me know down below in the comments if you've had any nice scores on Facebook Marketplace or some other used sites for stuff like lawnmowers, other things around the house. I was pretty happy with this. The story with this one was a gentleman had bought a home kind of near me, had his own rider, I think like a Cub Cadet or something like that. This one came with the house. He didn't need it. $300. It was actually stored at a house about a mile away or more, cut out in the country. So in true redneck fashion, I went and inspected this, jumped it, drove it home on the roads on the shoulder, so I'll see if I can include some clips of that. But that was interesting. Definitely not road legal, but hey, we got it home. In this case, was this really a need for, you know, partial acre residential? No. Is it still nice to have? Yes. So, $300 score, can't complain about that. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you've scored on Marketplace. There's always some gold to be found on there. So, also don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, share with your friends, subscribe to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.